Alright YouTube, so it's the opening day of spring gobbler season here in Pennsylvania. As you can see, it's already getting light. I'm getting out a bit later than what I anticipated. My excuse is my wife had our first child this week, a beautiful baby girl, and she was up a lot of the night, and so got out a bit later than I wanted. That also means that I can't stay out super long, so I just got a little bit of time to get out here. I'm going to head up through this field, get up onto the ridge, and see if I can hear some turkeys. I honestly don't have any roosted or anything like that, but I know where they were roosting a week or so ago, and I've been seeing them on the trail camera in that area, so I think that they're going to stay in that area. A lot of deer out here in the field this morning, but stay tuned, and hopefully we can get on some turkeys this morning. Alright guys, so far I think I've heard 3 different birds gobble, and absolutely no success in any of them. The first one gobbled one time and then shut up, and I just really couldn't tell where he was. The other 2 were gobbling together. I'm pretty sure they may have been jakes, but I could tell that they were moving away from me. They were getting farther and farther away. And it sounds like they probably went off of the property. I haven't heard them in a little while now. Probably actually went across the road up here. So I guess it's just trudge onward and see if I can find any more. Well guys, I guess that's about going to wrap it up for opening day for me. I got to get back and check on the family. So in some ways this morning was really encouraging because I heard quite a few gobbles. I know the birds are still in the area. They're still in some of the same places where I thought they were a few weeks ago. The discouraging parts of it would be that I wasn't able to really get birds to respond and come into me at all. It seemed like every time I heard a bird, it was already moving in the other direction. I'm not sure if I was spooking them. I don't think so. I think it was just kind of some bad luck that was happening. I also felt like every time I heard a bird, it was in the area where I just had come from. So I would say that the lesson I learned today would be to just take it a little bit slower and try to work the birds that are in that area. And don't get too discouraged if they don't respond immediately. Just keep working them. Because what was happening is I was moving on to the next area, and then the birds would start gobbling where I had just been. So I would say I probably actually heard 4 or 5 different gobblers this morning. Some of them may have been jakes. But overall it was a good morning. I knew it was going to be a tough season, so we'll just keep at it, and hopefully we'll have some better luck next time. Alright YouTube, so there's really not a whole lot to report here on the second day of turkey season. This is Monday. Stay tuned. We'll just keep at it. Hey there YouTube. So this is day 3 of spring gobbler season here in Pennsylvania. Today was a little bit encouraging. It was the first day I actually got on a gobbler and had him answering me. I heard him when I believe he was still on the roost this morning. I tried to set up on him with a decoy and everything, and I'm guessing maybe he saw me or heard me setting up or something, and it seemed like he flew down in the other direction and didn't respond to my calls at all. So I gave it a little bit of time, and then I decided to walk up to see if I could figure out exactly where he was roosting. And when I got up there, I realized he was still gobbling once in a while, not real often, but down on the other side of the hill. Now, again, this was a situation where it was off of the property I had permission to hunt. And so I decided to set up there and see if I could call him up the hill back on to the property where I was allowed to be. He started answering me, and for about 30 minutes I called. I would give it a break, hoping maybe that would pique his curiosity. He'd answer when I called. He'd go a little bit more silent when I was silent, but he'd still gobble once in a while. But eventually I just determined that he was probably 200 yards down the hill and just seemed like he was strutting back and forth on a bench and not really interested in coming up to me. So I have to go get ready for an appointment today. So I decided I'd just let him go and not hopefully spook him off by just going too long, and maybe I can hunt him again another day. But at least it was encouraging that I had a gobbler that I found. I kind of know where he's at now and who was responding to me. So that was a lot of fun today. Stay tuned. Hopefully we'll keep learning, and hopefully soon we'll get our first spring gobbler. So I'm back out here turkey hunting again today. This is the earliest that I've been able to get out so far. It's still dark. I'm going to try to get up here under where the birds were roosted earlier in the week. I wasn't able to hunt yesterday. got a good night's rest last night, made it up earlier, so I'm really hoping I can get up under that area where they're roosting and get a little closer, and maybe we'll kill one this morning. Stick with me, let's go hunting. Alright guys, so I don't know how I did it, but I picked the most uncomfortable tree to lean on, like ever. There's this little sapling running up right beside it, kind of in front of it, and I thought I'd be able to just kind of sit beside it, but no, it's running right up the middle of my back, and it hurts. Haven't heard any turkeys close by, so I'm gonna go somewhere more comfortable. Alright guys, so it's about 7 o'clock on Thursday night. It's the first week of the season still, and it just had a little bit of a rain, and I look across this field just now, way behind me, way over here, and there's a bunch of deer, and there was 3 turkeys. Now, they're a little too far away, even with binoculars, to tell if they're hens or gobblers or what. I can't tell, I don't see any strutting or anything like that, but they're headed straight for the area where I've been hearing birds in the morning. And so it's encouraging to see that they're still there, they're still headed up in that direction. They're too far away to really get on camera. I'll show you a shot. But hey, it's encouraging. Actually, to be honest with you, these are like the first turkeys I've seen since the season opened. It has been a slow start. So it's encouraging to actually see turkeys. Pennsylvania, you can only hunt till noon, so I can't go try to hunt them as they go to the roost. But at least I have an idea of where they're going, and hopefully I can hunt them maybe in the morning. Alright guys, so I guess that's about going to wrap it up for this week's vlog. This morning was the last hunt that's going to go on this vlog, and that was Friday. I did not get any footage from this morning's hunt, but I did hear and actually see a turkey. Now, what happened this morning is I heard the same gobbler gobbling off of our property that I heard several mornings ago that I told you was answering me for quite a while. And so I really didn't call to him, but I was really focused on where the call was coming from and trying to get as close to him as the property would allow. And I was hoping that maybe this time he would be interested enough to come up the hill. Well, I was so focused on what he was doing and so focused on trying to figure out where he was coming from and where he was as I was sneaking along that I wasn't really paying attention to my surroundings. And all of a sudden I heard something, and a turkey flew off the roost right over my head and literally flew right above me. And I couldn't tell exactly what it was, but I definitely saw a beard. I think it may have been a younger turkey, maybe a Jake. But I was super bummed that I had done that and made that mistake. It was in the same area where I expected to see turkeys the other day. Actually, almost the exact same area that I set up and was calling yesterday when I was so uncomfortable. So definitely a good spot, and I was so bummed that I made that mistake. And right after that, it started to rain. And of course, the camera equipment, I really couldn't film a hunt anyways. And so I decided just to pull out, kind of regroup my thoughts. And don't worry, I'm going to keep after it. This first week I know was not very exciting. If you've watched the whole video so far, thank you. You are an amazing supporter of my channel. I hope you're also a subscriber. Again, tomorrow is going to be the start of a new week's vlog. It's the second Saturday. I'm going to try to get out there. I know the birds are in the area. I'm learning things every time I go, and I just got to keep after it. I'm hoping that by the end of the season, these turkeys somewhere along the line are going to be interested enough in what I'm having to say to them that they're going to come take a look. Honestly, after this first week, I would have to say that my goal is not just to kill a turkey. Of course, that's the #1 goal, but I would also feel like I had a successful season if I could call a gobbler into range of a normal turkey gun. As I've said before, my turkey gun really is just going to have a range of about 20 to 25 yards at the most. Many nice turkey guns can go 40 to 50 yards, and so if I can get a gobbler within that range, I think I'll consider a successful season. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I know it's been a little bit long, a lot of me talking, but I hope you've enjoyed just kind of following along with me. I hope you'll stay tuned for next week's video, and until that time, remember to get off YouTube and get outdoors.